So welcome back to Mars versus Venus, right here in the breakfast party. If you've just joined us, today's topic, how many partners?
Not how many.
No, it doesn't matter how many partners that your significant other had.
Don't be coming here and pushing me and saying, you didn't come here for that, eh? I learn, you know.
One in Montreal.
I want to slip in like the Met Office, so that's a dream, boy.
Yeah, boy, outside little black.
They say heat, and outside they ain't looking heatish now. It's looking rainish.
Morning, Kevin, coming from your beautiful wife, Maureen. And, of course, Nicola in New York, always locked on.
So we're back inside the Mars versus Venus segment. Today, we're talking about, does it really matter how much partners your significant other had before you? That's what we're discussing. Some people saying yes, some people saying no, some people just can't handle it. At the end of the day, the smartest thing to do, I will continue saying, is just focus on the now and the future. Don't try and focus too much on the past. Like somebody said something that I really can't repeat on the WhatsApp. They're saying they didn't really care about how much, you know. What they really care about is who it was.
It's more who it was.
Like how it
had to be a man.
Yeah, a man said that now.
Had to be a man.
Because at the end of the day, he's saying, boy, you know, it's a certain type of person as they before you're in problem.
There's only little boys that be asking, so I need to know how much boyfriends you had. I tell you, women, it's look at totally different when only ask that question. Eh?
Of course, that is a little strategy all they will use to try and keep men in check. We touched on that one already in the past, you know, but
why
that's a whole next
exes
thing.
Need to be calling?
Remember we had one time, what was again, boy? Like
when they hitting you up and asking you for money.
Yeah, like how the exes, like how you deal with it. We had an ex thing at the time. I can't remember exactly what it went, but
let's see what Teresa has to say. She says, Jaiga, I fall into one of those categories. I'm 34 and my sons are 14. I've only had 3 serious relationships. My first boyfriend in high school, my son's father, and one relationship years after him. And since then, I've been single, always guarded for many reasons. But at the end of the day, at some point, I do want to be in a fruitful relationship again. It doesn't faze me about a man's past sexual partnerships. It is what it is. What's important is the way he treats me, the respect and value my way. You see this topic? It has started more wars than stealing oil, drugs, and gold. Men lie about the number of women, and females wrong down about the number of partners. Or we would casually forget a few that were kind of irrelevant. Either way, I truly don't take on any man number of sexual partners, says Laurie.
You know, I don't understand. Women have a tendency, right? I don't understand. Why you all do this, Nikki? Why do you all put yourself with somebody and then embarrass about it after?
Say that again?
Women have a tendency to be with dudes and try to forget because you're embarrassed after.
Yeah.
Why? Men hardly do that. You hardly find a dude with somebody that he can't really tell you about.
We just have the shame game.
Why? Like a fella would do so you'll be with whoever and be like saying because dudes have their type. Everybody have their type, but girls are be with you and whoever. But females have a way.
But we talked about that last week.
Be with a man.
And sometimes we hide it. We talked about that last week, that we would hide who we were with.
And then in the hiding,
because it's
you
all
just forget
the
counting numbers.
again.
Yes, counting numbers. So it's like when I ask you how much you was with, you will try and call the 4 that you think I will know. Yeah. But the 14 that you feel like I know, you ain't putting in them.
Yeah. Again, because we don't want the man that we like to be judging us based on our sexual past. And as you said, there are many reasons. Many reasons. We went through them early. You just was not lucky in love. You just was at a time, and there are many reasons women have many sexual partners. Insecurities, looking for love, the daddy issues, many.
It has some women that can't be alone.
But at the end of the day, we know it's not accepted by society.
That's a good approach. Always wrong it out a number that makes you feel comfortable as a man. Wow. So if you feel 10 bad, and she not making the fist on you, and she turning a box on you, right, say it's 10 and that is it. It's 10.
Ariane says nowadays if somebody had 10 to 20 partners, it's nothing. It's like the norm.
Oh yeah, it is. That's what I said in 2016. Now 20 partners come like 2.
Men want women.
Depending on hold on before you go further, Nikki. Depending on the age raw, check it out. If you let's average it out between the age 25 to 35, you meet anybody with inside of that bracket there,
they will have some baggage.
10 is a pretty decent figure. That's decent, eh? Inside of that age group. If you meet a young lady 22 right?
Because times have changed.
Smallies, like Marcus Williams and them kind of speedy too. And Marcus Williams introducing us to his significant other, like, hey, Jaiga, this is my girl. He like gives it nice names like Sarah and
Tiffany
and Amber and Tiffany, and this is Tiffany. And I'm on tell about that Tiffany. I said, you had to be worried because if you're 24 and you have slept with more people than your age,
right, yeah.
That means
that's a good way to gauge it. If you have slept with more people than your age,
that is a little scene, eh? If you meet how old are you? 30? How much money more exactly? What are you doing? At what point in your life did you start to speed up that damn thing? Because you can't have somebody a year. You see, if you're 45, Nikki, right, and you slept with 10 people, you can say
everything is a ratio.
The last 10 years of your life, you're gay. You just gay to it. You gay to in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, and you're going up the ladder. But when you see a 30 or 25 and you sleep with 27 people,
check yourself. I'm confused. Men want women who will provide great intimate experiences and frown when they learn their skills from practice makes perfect.
That come like a good friend of ours just sent me a voice note, but not a voice note, a WhatsApp, and said, I had many, and I consider it I'm an experienced woman.
Yes, experience.
She said she had many sexual partners and she's just experienced. Nothing wrong with that.
Guys, in number T20 she played before. Doesn't matter because now she playing test match. Long standing holding the wicket. She's a champion. Champion. More than Spice. Don't matter how much T20 she make. What she can make the 5-day test, she got.
But I will ask, what is a skettle? What gives me the right to tell a young lady she's a skettle because she slept with more people than me? That's the next thing too. Why I will call you a skettle because why you had more sexual partners. I mean that don't necessarily make a young lady a skettle.
Well, again, we go back to what society and society rules, and usually once a woman has had, in everybody's perception, too many partners, then she could be going.
But then too, there are
road.
people who suffer from like it's just an illness. If you're an info, at the end of the day, it's clinically proven that it's not your fault.
Well, in Trinidad, we just call it skettle.
Yeah, we call it skettle, but it's really
psychologists call it nymphomania.
Yeah, I have met people who it's just part of them. They just have to.
Well, you see, many of our issues as children, again, reflect on what we will do as we get older. And if, like if a girl has too much, like, say, sexual abuse, right? If she's been abused as a child, it could lead to her having plenty sexual partners, looking for that love.
She says she don't know time to teach nobody nothing. If you're going to show you, I don't know what she's doing. She ain't come here to teach. She's not a teacher.
My girl here says, I'm an 18-year-old virgin. And I don't care if he has had a lot of partners. I think on the men's path, it's easier to have more partners. Because
she said she's an 18-year-old virgin.
Because society, and she's talking about the guys, society accepts a man sleeping around with many partners. That's true.
To me, that 25-year-old virgin right now in 2016 is a real, me personally.
To have an 18-year-old virgin.
No, 18-year-old is fine. 18-year-old is fine. No, you could still have that. You could still have that. Nikki, not everybody lived and grew up like you.
Hello?
So,
Hello?